Hello, let's go with future lumberjacks. We are going to be talking about arcs. And one thing that I want to point out is that I am just using this java.awt and then this asterisk over here, and that means to import all. It's because I forgot what the import for arc was. So you can use this now. It's going to include your rectangle, it's going to include line and point and everything like that. So you don't have to type out every single one of those, but I thought it was important so you got used to importing things. So there's a lot that goes into this draw arc command. And that's why I actually, made all these variables for it so I could run through this a little bit faster. So the first ones we have are our X and Y. That's the same as what we've had before. They just say where the arc is going to start at. And then we've got height and width, which is pretty similar to an ellipse. It functions like that. But then we have start angle and arc angle. So our start angle is based off of this, our unit circle. So wherever we start could be at 0 over here, 90, 80, 180, 270, wherever you want to start it over there. So we're going to start one at 0, and then let's have this arc angle go all the way to 360. Now we want to make this a little bit larger, so we're going to make this height, we'll say 50 by 50, and this should be a circle when we do this because we are having a start angle of 0 and an arc angle, which is the length of it, which is 360 degrees. So let's compile that. We're going to run my main arc, and we get my arc right there. So we get this red circle right here. Notice that 0, 0 still means that it is in that top corner. Now I want to show you something. If we change this arc angle over here to just be half, so a half circle, we'll say 180, and we are still going to be starting at this 0 point over here and going 180 degrees. So we should go from here all the way to there. When I compile this and I run my main loop or main method, I still get that half of an arc right here. And it goes, and we still have that 0 reference point over there. Now let's take it a step further, and I am going to drop this down to 90. So we are just going from here to here. When I compile this, compile my main, and run this, I have this arc, and it goes from 0 to 90, but my reference point is still the 0, 0 as if it was a full circle. Our reference points for arcs are as if they are a full circle or full ellipse. All right, let's mess around a little bit more with this. So let's say that we want to draw Pac-Man, but Pac-Man is going to the left. So if we wanted to draw Pac-Man going to the left, we could start our arc angle at we want to start it at 210 and go all the way to 150. So our start angle is 210, and this one will go to 150. Compile. I will compile it this way, and I'll click OK. Oh, there we go. That's a good point. The arc angle is only the length. It is not going to that point. That's my bad. So if we are going from 210 and we got to get to 150, we are actually going around 300 degrees because there's 60 degrees in between these that we're not. So our arc angle should not be 150, it should be 300. So now when I compile this, I compile, and I want to run this, click OK, and I get this arc. It goes from there to there, it starts here, goes around this way, or starts there, goes around this way. Whichever way you want to look at it, both are valid options. All right, so let's see what happens. Let's make this a little bit bigger. We're gonna make Pac-Man a little bit wider. He eats a lot of those dots. So we'll make Pac-Man 200 by 150, and I am going to throw Pac-Man a little bit closer to the center. So we'll do our X direction of 200, and our Y will move them down 150. Cool, so we're gonna get something a little bit bigger and more in the center. So let's run this. Cool, there we go. Now let's see what happens when I run this. Instead of as a draw, I'm going to do a fill. So when I compile this and run it, we get this actual Pac-Man shape. Whenever we fill an arc, it brings it back to that center point. All right, that was a quick tutorial on arcs. I thought it needed its own one because there's so many different things that are going on. So I hope you watched it. I hope you enjoyed. Talk to you soon. Bye.